Charlie!
No, don't.
Charlie, where'd you find this geezer?
This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. Frank, you're grassing me up here.
What?
I thought you was a good bloke.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, neither do I. It's good to see you. Thanks for giving me a little bit of your time. I know we've already been through this, but mate, you didn't bring the weather. I'm gutted. You was in Puerto Rico just days ago. And look.
Yeah, but we're in England, mate. This is a bonus. If we can stand in England in June with a t-shirt on, we're winning. You know, you got to take your expectations down a notch. This is summer, wonderful grey summer, but it's summer, and it's not cold, is it? And it's not raining. So let's get on with it and enjoy it.
Do you know what? I like that positive mental attitude.
Cheers.
If we can turn here in short sleeves, then we are all right. Yeah, back from Puerto Rico. What a performance, by the way, from Liam Parrow. Subaru Matias was, I guess, dubbed a bit of a bogeyman of the division, but Liam Parrow come and turn up the books.
Look, no one wanted to go near Subriel Matias. You know, a lot of people in boxing knew how good Liam Parrow was, but at the same time, a lot of people in boxing didn't want to go near Subriel Matias. He was the one that no one wanted to fight. You know, everyone knows that. But Liam Parrow felt like, and he knew he could go in there and get the win. He knew what he had to do to go in there and get the win, and he delivered it. You know, a tremendous performance from Liam Parrow, and just changes his life. We've seen what George Kambosos did after winning the world title, going back to Australia, delivering huge nights in Australia, and I think Liam Parrow can go and do the same now. You know, we want to make the biggest possible fight for him, so it's exciting times for Liam Parrow, and also, must say as well, Puerto Rico, an amazing place for boxing. You know, it was packed in their early doors. We've got some brilliant talent from Puerto Rico, and we're going to be going back there a lot more. And, look, I'm sure Subriel Matias will be back as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, a country like Puerto Rico, rich in boxing history. I was surprised when Eddie said that it was Matchroom's first stint into Puerto Rico.
Yeah, we'd never been there before. We'd never done a show there before. But there's many big nights to come there, I'm sure. You know, we've got some great stars as well. Edgar Berlanga also, you know, a huge Puerto Rican star who will definitely look to get there in the future. So it's exciting times, and yeah, we'll definitely be back there.
Just from a Jack Catterall standpoint, I know Arnold Barbosa seems to be the desired route, a big fight in Manchester between the two, but surely Liam Parrow with his world title being a Matchroom fighter, Jack Catterall being a Matchroom fighter, a clash between the two would make sense promotionally?
Yeah, look, we also have to look at from both fighters' perspective as to what's the best thing to deliver for them. You know, look, Liam Parrow's got a big opportunity to sort of replicate that George Kambosos piece he went on, going in against the big US names. You know, when he took on Devin Haney, he had Vasily Lomachenko as well in Australia. You know, Jack Catterall, we're looking at what's next for him. Like you say, Barbosa fight potentially in August. Him coming back in Manchester off the back of that win. So look, I think the most likely thing is you see Liam Parrow in Australia. That's a fight for down the road for sure, though.
I did see Barbosa, I guess, not put a statement out, but he kind of had a chuckle on his story saying, when Jack Catterall was number one with the WBO, no one was interested in hearing about Arnold Barbosa. And now roles are reverse, he's kind of smiling at himself. Do you expect that to be a little bit of a pain, making a fight like that?
Look, every fight's a bit of a pain.
Everyone wants to be hard work.
Every fight's a bit of a pain, isn't it? That's boxing. But we'll see what happens. We're getting there. We've got a lot going on, a lot of shows going on, and we'll see what happens over the next few days.
Obviously on this
That's
week.
The sun, by the way. The sun is shining.
I know. It's doing wonders for you.
Exactly. Thank you, mate. Cheers.
Summing at here in Birmingham this week, Felix Cash versus Tyler Denny. I don't like using the, I guess, do or die statement, but when you're on the back of 18 months of inactivity, your career best performance was over 3 years ago. Can we call this a little bit of do or die for Felix Cash?
Yeah, look, Felix Cash has got to do the business here, or it could be the end for him in terms. You know, look, he's been through tough times. We all know what a star and what a talent Felix Cash is. You know, we've worked with him since his professional debut, but he's been very open about the tough times he's been through. You know, very recently he spoke about in our Make the Days Count documentary on our YouTube, and he knows this is really the time. He needs to deliver here, or it's going to be a tough road back. You know, and I believe he's going to be too good for Tyler Denny. But could the inactivity, you know, cause him problems? Maybe we've seen it in the past, but I truly believe Felix Cash has still got a lot left to deliver the sport, and I think we're going to see a great performance from him on Saturday night. Adam Booth's been working with him for a while, and I think it's the most consistent he's been training and pushing himself. And I think, look, you got to see, it's a great fight though between the two of them.
It was a cracking fight, and there's a cracking matchup associated with it as well. Ben Shalom has accepted your invitation, and we'll be there on.
He hasn't texted me.
Has he not?
No.
Well, he accepted it on the Stomping Ground.
Yeah, I know, but like basically the way things work, communication in life is like, I want something from you, I text you. You get me?
Is this highlighting what's been the problem prior to where we are now?
I mean, I like just say, hey mate, how are you? Can I get one ticket? Thank you. Easy.
So you're not expecting a boxer entourage?
I don't want like 25 of them, no. Just get in the way, wouldn't they? I haven't got enough tickets either.
Just a small little turnout.
Yeah.
I guess you know what people are going to be like. They're all going to want an interview with the both of you in it. They're going to want to know what's said between the two of you. But I guess kind of like we expected, or many expected from Eddie and Frank Warren at one point, there to be some real tension. I guess when you actually sit next to Ben Shalom and chat, everything's probably going to be quite cushy.
Look, my view, I'm very open, I'm not a liar. Like my view of him, I've said on multiple interviews, right? I'm not changing it, and I've said things to him personally. So I'm not like a liar. I'm not going to tell you lies. But if we can do business that makes sense, then great. But at the same time, I'm not like, we ain't going for beers and best mates. That's the reality of it. You know, look, it's very different to probably. I've always known Ben Shalom, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? But I've met him multiple times. It wasn't like the Frank Warren situation where we didn't even know each other. You know, it was all built up through this. But look, let's. As I've said multiple times, you don't have to get on with each other to do business. It's the reality of life. Still say hello. How are you? All good, thank you. But you know, mate, will it be more than that? I can't tell you.
Is this going to be the start of more cooperation, though, between Matchroom and Boxer?
It's not us.
Or Boxer with Matchroom, then, should I?
What have we ever done to not cooperate? You know, I know you like to push lines and narratives. I
didn't point a finger.
But it's not us. Like, we've never pulled a fighter out. We've never stopped a fighter from going on a Boxer show. It's not what we're into. We want to do the best things for our fighters. You know, so that's the reality of it. Nothing's changed.
How do you think Ben looks upon the Riyadh season events? Because Matchroom are heavily involved, Queensbury are heavily involved, and Boxer aren't. So when you're looking at Fury Usyk, when you're looking at the 5 versus 5, how would you imagine he sits and watches these events? Do you reckon like there's a feeling inside, like one of regret, one of wish?
I don't know. He's the only one who can answer that question. You know, he's doing his own thing. The Riyadh season events, what his excellence he's doing for boxing is great. And I always say, anything that's good for the sport of boxing, whether it's you're involved, you're not involved, doesn't really matter. If the sport's growing and the sport's thriving, then it's a positive for all of us. You know, maybe he won't look at it like that, I don't know. But you'll have to ask him that.
Moving on, Devin Haney, Sandor Martin, the purse bid, only Top Rank bidded for the fight. Why not Matchroom?
We don't have a contract, obviously, right now with Devin Haney. Look, we've had a great relationship with Devin over the years. We've done tremendous things. We've worked really well together. But right now, we don't have a contract. And it's not just a case of, you know, like the way purse bids work. So you bid yesterday, you have to put that fight on within 90 days. So you have to put it on by September the 18th. September the 18th. You have to put that fight on. Not just a case of we're going to do this fight, like it's $3.5 million or something with all the costs of running the event, the undercard. It's not an insignificant sum. We've got 100 odd fighters signed to Matchroom that we have to place out amongst the year as to what we're doing. You know, and we're working on that for every 6 months ahead. So it's not just a case of we'll chuck Devin Haney in there as well in the middle. Unfortunately, you know, it's a business. You know, so I don't think it changes anything with our relationship. But that's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, because I know Devin said, I think nasty work was what he quoted it, but
Twitter's Twitter or X.
Do you expect to work with Devin Haney again in his career?
Yes. That's boxing, you know, things happen. It's not always, you're not always aligned completely, but yes, I think so.
What's the latest on Joshua Dubois?
I don't know,
Joshua's
mate.
kind of hinting at an announcement coming soon. but
the latest on
hasn't
Anthony
said what the
Joshua.
announcement's going to be. So
The latest on Anthony Joshua coming soon.
is that all I'm going to get?
All you getting?
Now Inoue, we're hearing he's going to choose to fight TJ Denny. Him and Muradjan Akhmadaliev is a brilliant fight. A bit of disappointment that that's not going to be Inoue's preferred next step.
100%. You know, he's been ordered by the WBA. It's the best fight out there as well. You know, TJ Denny, no disrespect to him, he's not on Inoue's level. You know, that's just the reality of it. Like everyone else that's come before as well. Inoue's a special fighter. We want to see him in the best possible fights. Look, he's a huge commercial draw. He's done unbelievable things in Japan and will continue to do so. The reality is, regardless of opponent. But at the same time, I think he's more about being the best and, you know, being in the best fights. So I think the MJ fight is the biggest fight out there. I hope it happens. If it doesn't, it'll be a shame.
And just one more thing. What's the latest with you guys and Conor Benn? I know there'll be a lot going in the background, or in the background. Stuff that I guess he will be leaving to his lawyers. Is that kind of how you guys see it too? Leave it to the lawyers and kind of see what sets? Because I know you guys want him back. It's been 4 months since his last fight. He needs to get in a rhythm of fights. The WBC's just been given full champion status to Mario Barrios. Things are kind of passing him by, and he wants to fight, and you want him to fight. So, kind of, where are you guys at with that?
No, look, we're waiting. We're waiting, unfortunately. Look, as soon as we got an answer, as soon as we got more news, it'll be out there. But it's a waiting game right now. Hopefully, as soon as we can say something, we will. But his team are working on it closely, and hopefully we're not too far away.
Frank, you're a star.
Cheers, mate.